Oregon has unique soil because we rarely get floods because of the composition of the soil. Not like the desert, where they always have flash floods when they get rain. Why is that? Well, the reason deserts do have flash floods is because their soil reconsolidates, also known as crusting. The reason that this happens is because deserts don't usually have rain, but every once in a while they do. And when they do, the rain comes down really fast, in a short amount of time, by the way, about 6 hours, on hard, dry soil that's not used to getting rainfall. And because of that, the water does not seep into the soil, but flows on top of the soil. This is called runoff. Oregon does not have runoff as much because it's used to have rain fall on it, so it just lets the rain seep down into the soil instead of flowing over it. Surface residue helps protect Oregon soil from crusting. Because of our great soil here in Oregon, we also have great crops. On to you, Landon.
Oregon, we have a great water cycle because we have humid air. It all starts with evaporation, which is the state in which water is changed from a liquid to a gas state. About 600 calories of energy for each gram of water is exchanged during this state of change. Typically, solar radiation and other things such as air temperature, vapor pressure, wind, and atmospheric pressure affect the amount of nature, evaporation, Oregon, and other geographic area. Then there is condensation. Condensation is the process by which water vapor changes its physical state from a vapor most commonly to a liquid. Water condenses to small airborne particles to form dew, fog, or clouds. The most active particles that form clouds are sea salts, atmospheric ions caused by lightning, and combustion products containing sulfurous and nitrous acids. When water vapor condenses back into a liquid state, the same large amount of heat that was needed to make a vapor is released to the environment. Then the next part in the water cycle is precipitation. Precipitation is the process that occurs when any and all forms of water particles fall from the atmosphere and reach the ground. These are two sub-processes that cause clouds to release precipitation: the coalescence process and the ice crystal process. As water drops reach a critical size, the drop is exposed to gravity and frictional drag. The following drop of water leaves a turbulent wake behind, which weighs smaller drops to fall faster. The other sub-process that can occur is called the ice crystal process. It occurs when ice develops in cold clouds or in cloud formations high in the atmosphere where freezing temperatures occur. Precipitation water may fall into a body of water or fall into land. It is then dispersed several ways. Now back to you, Trey.
As you've been learning, there's evaporation, precipitation, and condensation. Now you'll learn about interception, infiltration, and runoff. Today we're going to skip transportation because it is not a huge part in the water cycle. But we will tell you what it is. And yeah. First is interception. Interception is the process of intercepting the movement of water in the chain of transportation events leading to the streams. When rain first begins, the water strikes leaves and other organic material spreading over the surface in a thin layer, or it collects at points of edges. When the max surface storage capacity on the surface of the material is extended, the material stores additional water is grown drops along its edges. Eventually, the weight of drops exceeds surface tension and water falls to the ground. There. After that, there's infiltration. Infiltration is a physical process involving movement of water through the boundary area where the atmosphere interfaces with the soil. The surface is governed by soil surface conditions. Water transfer is related to the porosity of the soil and the permeability of the soil profile. Next is percolation. Percolation is the movement of water through the soil and the soil layers by gravity and capacity forces. The prime movement of groundwater is gravity. Water is the zone of aeration where air exists is called vadose water. Water that is the zone of saturation is called groundwater. Then there is transportation. Transportation is the biological process where water inside plants is transferred from the ground to the atmosphere. The next step of the water cycle is runoff. Runoff is the flow from a drain, basin, or watershed that appears in the surface streams. There's a stream right there. It generally consists of the flow that is unaffected by artificial diversions, storage, or other works that society might have, or in the stream channel. Then the whole cycle starts all over again.
Iron is awesome, so is the soil. It's so cool, just like my pool in my backyard.
Evaporation, precipitation, condensation. Those are the three parts of the station.
Then there's interception. That's when the dams block off the water, and then it can't flow down, baby, down. Get to the ground. Then there's runoff. There's when the water runs on the ground. It won't sink into the soil. There's infiltration. That's when the water sinks down. Sinks down like a boat when it has a hole on the bottom. On the bottom.
And then there's the fun guy.